Welcome back to the channel. Dane Scott from Dane Scott's Truckers Lounge. It's the Luck of the Irish episode today. So grab your coffee, get your slippers, sit in your easy chair, sit back and let me do the work. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because if you like old school trucking and all that goes with it, the truck stops, the memorabilia, the truckers, interviews, the old trucks, the truck shows, you're in the right place.
In a 9-speed hood, I'd pull it in if I knew I could. The old truck stop's been gone a long time, so kick it in the rear and put the hammer down. Put this show on the road, shall we? 18 wheels just laying it down, and you can hear that humming sound. Pouring coal from a bright chrome stack, riding soft like a Cadillac. It's my life, it's my love, it's my Peterbilt 359.
Welcome. I'm watching you guys.
Welcome back. I'm a happy camper. I was able to get all of the bolts that were so rusty looking off of this piece, because luckily they were in nut certs and most of them came out. One or two of them, there's one I got to replace, there's one I got to replace, another one there. That's it. So I got 4 nut certs I got to replace. But look at this, is kind of shiny. That color is so close to what I picked for the light color, it's weird. But that gave me the opportunity to get inside here, clean, and I'll get this all cleaned up and undercoated, and we'll be able to get the clutch pedal taken care of. See, there's the support, cab support that I had made, and I was able to drill a couple holes, hold that nice and sturdy now. Awesome. And I didn't know this, but they have these rubber guides, so to speak. And see, it's kind of hard to see in here, but there's a metal piece that goes straight back on the radiator assembly, so the rubber goes and sits on either side of that. Pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm very pleased, because that's going to make painting the front so much better. I'll be able to do such a better job on the front. And I gotta tell you guys, after last week's episode 11, I was contacted by one of the previous owners who worked this truck, and he drove right through Conneaut on I-90 when he was working. I mean, is that crazy? It's just totally crazy. And he gave me some more information, and he may be at the GMC Jamboree, you know, this show that I'm having June 1st right here in Conneaut at I-90 and State Route 7, just like last year. So I may have at least one, and maybe 2, if I can talk another one that I talked to that had this, actually he's the one that parked this in 79. So yeah, it's so cool. But I got that connection, and both of them said it was green when they had it, so I am the 7th owner as far as I can tell. Because, okay, the guy that just contacted me, Mr. Diaz, bought it, or traded it. He traded a white 9000 single axle to the guy that owned Grasshopper. And so the guy before him that got the white 9000 when they traded got it from, I think, the original owner. So say the original owner, the guy that Mr. Diaz traded it to, Mr. Diaz or he got it from. He traded from that guy. And then there was a guy in between him and Mr. Wheeler, that's 5. And then Mr. Wheeler's neighbor, 6, bought it and wasn't able to do anything with it, and then I got it. So I'm number 7 owner. And I know last week I pushed the moving on theme and told you that's what I wanted to do, and it's what I do want to do. But after being able to talk to 2 of the previous owners, and with the possibility of them being at the show, I really think I think the right thing to do is to stick to my saying that don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Each one of these trucks has a personality, and every time I get them, I'm thinking, okay, I want to do this, I want to change that, I want to make it this. And as I go along, I seem to get nudged to just leave me alone, leave me look like I'm supposed to look. So I'm kind of thinking Grasshopper needs to just get repainted like he is, like I'm doing, and leave it at that, because he'll be cool, just as cool. So that's where my thoughts are at. Nothing's etched in stone, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so I've got some damage here on the surround, and so a 1x4 fit perfectly between the rails, and now I'm going to set it on the truck frame and hammer those out. Yeah, so it worked much better using the ball peen rather than the hard hammer, which I thought I needed to use. Now all I got to do is bend this up a little bit, and I think that'll be acceptable. I don't like that rise, but if I hammer it down, it's going to kink again right in there. So I think visually the grill will cover that. You see, even the grill's kind of pushed in a little bit. But I could probably correct that by putting a couple spacers in the bottom so that it pushes the grill out straight, and you won't see that. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So that's it for on this, and I'll finish sanding it and press on. Okay, so today we started mocking up the intake and the exhaust. There is absolutely no way that this exhaust can go straight behind here because the frame is on an up angle, first of all, and even if you could go straight back, it touches the frame, which you can't have. And then with the replacement of the filter, the intake works up to the engine, but down here I had to lower it a little bit, which makes this worse. So what we're going to do, we're going to do like the GMCs and early International 4000s, the pre-runner to the Transtar, and even some of the 4070A Transtars did this, but it was on the opposite side because the air cleaner was on the opposite side on both those trucks. What they did was they came off of here, 90 degree out, 90 degree down, right underneath there, 90, 90 up, another 90 here, and into the elbow. That is the only way to do this. We have tried every which way to figure it, and that's how it's going to go. And I'm good with that. I think it looks cool. I like seeing like the Astros and the early Transtars with the pipe going down and coming up. To me, that's just old school. And they must have done it that way for the same reasons, but their air cleaners were on the opposite side, so it was on the passenger side. KW put theirs on the driver's side. So that's how it's going to be. Yep. And okay, I've got the front panel all sanded, ready for paint. Tomorrow I'll do that, clean it off, alcohol it off, and we'll get that lime green. And then we'll start working on the front here. And I got to do some work here too, because this is kind of goofy. Yeah, something happened here. I'm going to get that the best I can. I'll try and use a dolly, hammer and dolly on it if I can, but it's aluminum, old aluminum at that. So we'll see what we can do there. Okay, it's time to start rounding the corner so we can get the other exhaust up. Got this sanded and primed, got the label covered. This is all roughed up. I've got to put a little bit of filler in here and fill in this hole. Same here. This is all sanded and ready for the first step, and then the next step will be the top green, and I'll take care of that. And in the meantime too, I've got to address the front here where there was some damage. So I've gotten this part came out nice. Now I'm hoping I can get this out without cracking anything, so wish me luck. Okay, the battery died, but I did get that out. So I think it's pretty close. I think I got right there. I need to bend out a little bit. I'll do that with vice grips. That's better. Yeah, I can work with that. All right, so of course, I'm just going to have to drill all these screws out to get this bucket out. Okay, so she's all ready to be fixed up. Get that much better. Got all the garbage off of there. So we'll get this all looking nice before we paint it. Okay, boys and girls, girls and boys, here's round one. That's going to take a few rounds because there's still a lot of imperfections, so we'll add another coat. Okay, this is round number 2. filling in some of the low spots. We'll see how that goes tomorrow when I sand it. Probably will have one more slight fill after that, and then round 2 here on the indentations. I think that'll probably be okay tomorrow. And I also got the rust off of the sleeper door and got it primed. I'll fill it in a little bit with like here, if you can see that. I'll fill in the pitting with spot putty, and I'll be ready. So when that's ready and this is ready, I can get the corner done, dark green, and the lime there. I can get that done so we can get the other exhaust on. Okay, one thing you got to watch out for when you're doing getting all the junk off these old trucks, you know, like the old permit stickers and everything. You may think you have it off and it may feel dry, but you don't. If you can see it, it's on there, period. If you can see something, it's on there. You can kind of see here only because it's shinier under where it was, but all that is gone. I don't know about some of these old drivers. They just want to throw stuff on here fast and get down the road. I guess I understand that, but man, it makes it hard for guys like me that got to clean it off. So anyways, so I'm getting that stuff off too, and I got to work at this. And what I'm using is lacquer thinner. And the way to do this is to soak your rag in lacquer thinner and just set it on there and let the fumes, because it does evaporate fast, but just let the fumes push into it. And then what you do is you go back with your scraper and you'll get more. See? I told you if you could see it, it's there. So that's what I got to do. So the other fun, tedious project I'm doing is getting the aluminum surround back to aluminum, because when they painted this, they painted over all of the aluminum channel surround, which is not supposed to be painted. And it is tedious because you have to scrape it with a single edge razor blade, because if you sand it, it takes forever because it's so hard. So you got to use a single edge razor blade and be careful you don't dig, and then sand it. But the result will look so much better. I mean, they shouldn't be painted. You got to have some trim. So yeah, that's got to be done as well. So little by little, we're gonna get it so that I can at least put some paint on it. There again, it ain't gonna look professional, but it's gonna look consistent, and it'll look good from 20 feet away. Okay, I'm done for the day. I'll have to take care of these high spots. That's a rivet, you know, rivet. And like I said, I'm gonna drill those rivets out after it's all done, before I paint it, and put in fresh rivets. So that'll all look uniform, just like the other side. I got those in, and then I had to drill very small from the back the holes that were filled up with the Bondo, because these holes will be like these rivets to hold on this bottom filler piece here. So here's that piece, and it will go behind just like that, but I've got to prep it first. Well, there's the first lower section. Still hard to not get that streaked look when you're using rattle cans. That's just, I don't know, it's just the way it is. You would think it would all melt together. I do a 50% overlap, sometimes even 60% overlap when I do it, so it should all melt together, but it'll still look good going down the road. Next up, well, not that, next up. Next up will be the upper portion of the green and the stripe that comes to here, to the door. that, and that. And I think I will probably do the stripe. Well, I can either do it last or I can do it next. It doesn't matter. You know, you can go 1, 2, 3, or you can go 1, 2, 3. Or I could do both green sections and then tape off the stripe. Either way, it'll get done. Okay, for mail call this week, my buddy Gerald Bentley sent me this killer poster of K100 paint schemes. Is this not cool? Man, I love it. And this is about the right size. To make it into a placemat. So I think I'm going to have it, what do you call it? Put in plastic. Laminated. So that I can use it as a placemat. That's killer. Thanks, Gerald. And then, also want to show you that from time to time, Tyler's Collectibles. Tyler sends me some goodies. And this week, actually it was a couple weeks ago, I didn't get it on yet. He said, oh, I found this along the road. He said, I thought you'd appreciate this, GMC. I said, absolutely. I'll hang that up in the lounge. And he also sent me this absolutely kicking, yeah, keep on trucking patch. Yeah, we got to get that on a vest or a shirt. So yeah, Tyler's got all kinds of cool things. There's his card, Tyler's Collectibles. He's got a website. If you're looking for goodies, hope you can see that. So yeah, that's the mail call this week. Okay, peeps, for this week, Scriber Rides, I got a treat for you. Look at this. This is a 1984 International TransStar 4300 Eagle. Man, killer truck. This belongs to Alan Kaiser, I believe it is. And Alan said he recently purchased this. He bought it down in Woodstock, Georgia, and drove it all the way home to Indiana. He says, it used to haul race cars to several people, one being Andrew Belmont Motorsports. He said it was built up in Chatham, Ontario, then sent down to a dealership in Hickory, North Carolina. And now it's residing in Indiana. 60-inch stand-up Benz sleeper. And those are pretty hard to find these days. He also has a YouTube channel. It's called Breadman. So look up Breadman. You'll see this truck on there. You'll know you're in the right place. So give him a check out too and help him like his videos and subscribe. Hey, we're all in this together. So next up in Scriber Rides, Peter Dorr sent me these pictures of a killer. And I do mean, I know I say that a lot, but I mean it. I mean, I thought these trucks were all gone. Somebody told me that UPS scrapped them all when it was over with using them. But looky here. An old UPS F-Model Max slab cab. I'm telling you, I used to see these trucks everywhere as a kid. It was kind of like CF trucks. They were just everywhere. I mean, you couldn't go down the road without seeing one. And I remember these. I always drooled over these. And I think UPS used to use the grass burner exhaust on them. I don't know if they had up pipes or not, but always bummed me out. You know, I was like, get some stacks on that truck because it's so cool. But I want to thank Peter Dorr for sharing this. That's his baby. And I think he's got another Mac in the picture there. That red one too is pretty darn nice. So you guys, thanks for sending those Scriber Rides this week. Thanks for the mail call. And now we're going to move on to the truck shows. We got some new ones for you this week. Check it out. Okay, I'm going to add a couple shows this week, and they're not necessarily in order because as I get these, it's hard to put them all in order and re-record the promo for it. So add these shows to the ones that I'll post after these new ones, and you'll get them all still. So new this week is going to be the 29th annual Buckeye Truck Show, and that's a ATHS sanctioned event, and that's at the Hartford Fairgrounds in Croton, Ohio. The date of that, May 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So check that show out. And then next up is a new truck show. And I'm not sure if this is a vintage show or not. This was sent to me I generally don't want to promote the new stuff because, you know, this is a vintage truck channel, but they may have any year of trucks at this show. But anyways, so this is the run-of-the-mill truck show, as they're calling it. This is June 29th at 12 a.m. I think it's 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. is the times. But they have a Facebook page, and you can go there and look, the run-of-the-mill truck show. This is in Greenville, Ohio. So check that one out if you want to go to an all-years truck show. And last, the next new show that we have, and this is a show that actually has always been on like the July 4th weekend, and this is in Ashtabula County here. It's called the Ashtabula County Antique Engine Club's 42nd Annual Big Show. This is a huge show for tractors. Old school tractors, they have tractor pulls, they have lawn tractors, they have vendors there, and the local ATCA club, the Penn, Ohio Truck Club, always has trucks at that show. It's not a truck show per se, but the Penn, Ohio Club, they have trucks coming there. I've gone there many years, and I may be there this year. I have to look at that date, make sure it doesn't conflict with anything else, but I'll probably be down there. So check that out. It's from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 4026 State Route 322 in Wayne, Ohio. It's only about 33 or 35 miles south of me. Yeah, all kinds of tractors. You can look at the ad there. Ford Ferguson Tractors, Odd Engine Show, displays, food, flea market, crafts, museums. There's a couple of museums there of great old school stuff that you'll want to see. It isn't just limited to tractors. All kinds of neat stuff there. And even got an old gas station set up there. So there's the information for that. So mark your calendars, people. It's going to be a trucking summer. This is Saturday, May 25th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's called Semi-Crazy Cornfield Roundup. It's a ATHS event on Saturday, May 25th. So where? Okay. Audubon, Iowa. Waspy's Truck Stop. Who you want to talk to is Russell Spawn, 402-680-6121. You remember Russ, he's got the killer brown K100 that we featured on here. Or Wade Beck, 515-229-2147. Okay? Next up will be June 15th and 16th. But this is called the 2024 Life Rolls On, a show for the kids in Sioux City, Iowa. This is the Tyson Events Center, Saturday, June 15th and 16th, and bobtail combo event, and you can read all the classes they have there. There's a $50 entry fee for that one. For more information, contact 712-870-8970. So there's that one. And then the third new one I have to add, this is called the Midwest Classic. And the dates for this is the 2nd and 3rd of August at the Burt County Fairgrounds, Oakland, Nebraska. Family friendly and free to the public. Raffle music, Friday night fireworks, beer garden, drivers, breakfast. Questions? Want to be a part of this event or contact Brock, 402-630-8103. So that's 3 new ones to add. And don't forget Macungie, and don't forget the ATHS National Show in York. Big show. So I think, I'm not sure if that's the weekend before Macungie. It would be the same weekend. So it's the weekend before. Yeah, I think it's before Macungie. Matter of fact, I have the ad. Let me look real quick. Nope, that's not it. This is the one we want. It's June 6th through 8th. Yeah, so the ATHS National Show in York, PA would be the 6th and the 8th. And then Macungie is the next weekend, along with the other one that I gave you there. So here's the rest of them. And don't forget, also, I want to add, too, that Braden Tucker's Dying Breed Diesels show that's usually in downtown Columbiana has been moved. I haven't got the update on it. There's possibly in East Palestine, which isn't too far away. But that's not etched in stone yet, so stick around town for that. But it'll be the second weekend in October. So Diamond Breed Diesel still has their family reunion truck show. It's just going to be at a different location. Okay, folks, that's it for the show this week. Make sure, please, that you subscribe and that you like the videos. When you like a video, it helps promote it on YouTube, and they'll promote it more, and it helps our channels to grow. That's why everybody always says like and subscribe, because it really does help build the channels. So if you would do that, I appreciate it. So listen, until next time, keep the hammer down, safe and sound. Ready to rock there, Colombo?
Yeah, thank you.